Okay. This was pretty good. Uh, I was reading a comment by one guy, and I've seen this before. He's like, I'm in the desert shooting with my camera, and it's rated to be weatherproofed, which doesn't mean shit, by the way. And he said, my camera got really dusty. He's shooting out in the desert. And so what he did is he took his expensive drinking water, and he just did a little splishy splash on the dials where all that dust had collected. Oh my god! And he just did a little splash, you know, to get the dust off. Oh my god, my camera doesn't work anymore. I thought this camera was waterproof, weatherproof. Oh my god, yeah, no. Anybody out there that thinks anytime something like weather resistant, WR, none of this crap means a damn thing. It's like, oh, you don't know what a rubber gasket is? Yeah, I do know about it. In Nikon's propaganda, I've got a bunch of their brochures back there I picked up yesterday. They love showing you that diagram of the D500 and all the rubber gaskets. There's like a lot of them. The only problem is that it's short-term invasive weather sealing. It means if you're like out shooting and there's like a cloud burst and the rain comes down, you can go, oh shit, for about 5 seconds and then like tuck the camera underneath something and then like crawl, you know, scurry back to your car. That is what weather resistance really means. Every camera has this gigantic hole in the front. It's usually that place where you stick the damn lens. There is no such thing as weather resistance. Take it from homie. Now, the toughest camera ever made was the Nikon D3. There's really a great video out there of like a French dude. He freezes it in a block of ice. He flash freezes it, by the way. He doesn't slowly freeze it. He flash freezes it. He thaws it out, it's working, then he throws it into a fire for a few minutes, and that doesn't prove anything. All that's going to do is burn the rubber off of it. And it's like, it's still working. So I'm glad he destroyed that Nikon D3, but he proved it still. That's the toughest camera that was ever made. People have taken like half-dead Nikon D4s that still work and they like stick them outside on a rainy night for a few hours, and they find out that the LCD screen is like, looks like a damn fish tank. You could actually slosh it and see the water in there. You know, no, there is no such shit as a weather-sealed lens or camera. And if you buy into... Now, there's a famous YouTube channel where some little Asian dude... Yeah, I guess you know which one that is. He loves to spit water, like drink some water, spit it out on a camera, or like pretend to spill water. Now, you see, they don't own those cameras. They borrow them, and they are fully insured. I guarantee you they never do that crap to their own gear. They don't do it. That is in what they call the operating budget of that channel. Now, people see that crap and believe that crap, but that crap is wrong. If you have a quote-unquote weather-sealed or weather-resistant, this goes by many different names from different companies, WR. Here's the facts from the guy that actually fixes cameras and knows how the hell crap works and how weather-sealed they really are. Every camera at its very best is only protected against the weather and short-term invasive. Not any short-term pervasive, or especially none of them long-term pervasive. That is where humidity, the camera actually breathes when it comes in from cold conditions to hot conditions or vice versa. The camera actually breathes because the camera, while it has all those gaskets, at every one of those orifices the camera breathes. It sucks in air or it expels air. It also generates its own heat when it's working. And when the camera is generating heat, let me tell you what, you're outside shooting in the cold, you got problems, girlfriend. Or if you like shooting in the rainforest, humidity gets sucked in, humidity hits a motherboard, hits something else, corrosion starts. You're like, I just got back from the rainforest in Borneo, and I don't know what that fat tattooed asshole is talking about, but my camera's still working. And my answer to that person is, you call me in 6 to 8 months and let me know if it's still working, because the way corrosion works is once it sets in, it grows like a fungus. Then something will short out and you'll be like, I don't know what's wrong with this camera, you know? I haven't even had it outside in 6 months. It's like, is that the last time you had it in the rainforest of Borneo? Yeah, it is. Did it ever get wet? No, it never got wet. It was just really, really humid. There's no such thing as a weather-sealed camera. If you buy that crap from Nikon, Fuji, Canon, or Sony especially, You have been lied to. You bought into a lie. Your camera is nowhere near as tough as you think it is. I don't care what camera it is. Toughest camera ever made was the Nikon D3. Toughest one ever made. There's never been one as tough since. Never been. But I see all those O-ring gaskets they got on the cameras, you know, it's the weather. No, it's not. It's not sealed against the weather. It's not. It's short-term invasive, not even short-term pervasive, and especially not long-term pervasive. It's not. Well, that means I can't take it to the beaches. Well, you can, but, you know, make sure it's insured, you know, because the salty air, corrosion, yeah, magnesium oxide sloughing, touching off, and collecting and growing on the main board of the inside of your digital camera, which is full of more damn electronic. Every digital camera made, if you take them apart, and I've taken a lot of them apart, there's like 10 pounds of poo in a 5-pound bag, and it's all electronics and flexible circuit boards. So many exposed contacts you can never catch. It's like counting the stars in the midnight sky. There's a solder contact, there's a solder contact, there's a solder, all over the place. Does not take that much corrosion to cause a fault. Your camera is not weather sealed, and if you think it is, you're delusional. Delusional. Lux e veritas. Have a nice day. Goodbye.